Just imagine getting cyberbullied by Wild Rift developers. Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy AssassinDave. Welcome back to another Dave Talk. Now I want to say ahead of time, today was supposed to be a hero guide for Nathan, but there was something more interesting I think you guys would like to hear. I actually got called out by one of the Wild Rift developers as the hater. And yes, this time without any prior warning or any pre-indication, this whole storm just come like me like a hurricane, and I just can't take it, so I have to kind of just flush it out and share it with all of you guys. Anyways, joking aside, this is exactly what happened. Y'all probably all know, over the past 2 weekends, we actually organized a tournament for Mobile Legends North America Roundtable, which I am quite proud of because this time we were able to get enough budget to get everyone who contributed towards the tournament paid. Everyone who actually participated and casted or organized, and I'm really happy about that because this is a community tournament, and usually in the past experience that I had, all the community tournaments we done were just completely for free and voluntary, just for the community alone. But finally, the people who worked towards it, worked hard towards it, all got paid. My supposedly share of their tournament, of organizing a tournament, were actually all used as giveaways, along with the help of Moonton generously. We were able to draw many Star Wars skins for our community, which was quite exciting. And since this is a community tournament and it was not done for the purpose of profit, my music of choice was one of my all-time favorite theme song, which is actually the League of Legends World theme song, which is really good. And to the generosity of Riot, a lot of music track that they have, they actually all lay them out and allow the content creators to use them completely for free, and that's just amazing from Riot's side. And obviously, the longtime fan for the Riot production, I decided to use the theme song for the Worlds as part of the background music collection. And again, I'm really appreciative for the generosity from Riot overall to allow content creators to use their content, to use their music freely, and that has always been one of the biggest praise I have for Riot. And this is also why it created such a huge contrast between how Riot Wild Rift team, especially in North America, treated their content creators, relatively speaking to Riot's overall as a company, their philosophy to content creation. Remember, this is not a Mobile Legends official tournament. It's just a tournament that I hosted for my community. It has nothing to do with any official tournament. This whole tournament was not for profit. I didn't earn any money from it. It was just completely for fun of the community. But today, I got a message from one of my moderators with this picture involved. Juno Blees is actually the event product lead for League of Legends Wild Rift. And she said, you know, Riot makes certified bangers when people who hate on our game still vibes on our music. Now, obviously this tweet doesn't have my name specifically tagged in it, but we all know who he's referring to. You can just look at a comment section down below. It's that obvious that 99% of the community immediately realized that this we're talking about our tournament, our community tournament. Now, personally, I gotta say I'm really proud of that because that means a lot of Wild Rift fans are still watching Mobile Legends tournaments. That's actually a quite positive thing for the North America Mobile Legends community, if you know what I mean. Now, lots of people were naive enough to say she's not talking about a tournament I hosted over the past weekend. Well, dude, have you seen the comment section? I mean, when someone make a comment that direct and obvious, only reason you would not know that this tweet was directly attacking or targeted towards our tournament was because you probably did not watch the community tournament that I hosted, which is quite bizarre because the tournament, the community tournament I organized, had more viewers than the Origin Series Grand Final for League of Legends Wild Rift, which I take some pride in, to be honest. I mean, thank you for the incredible community who came in and watched the tournament. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're going to host a lot more tournaments like this in the future. But now that I know some Wild Rift staffs openly spread hate for anyone who used music Riot has generously given to the community, I would have to definitely reconsider my music choices. I mean, it's just a shame since music production is one of the biggest reasons why I love Riot so much as a company. Now they kind of ruined it for me. I do want to let everybody know, League of Legends doesn't represent Wild Rift. Wild Rift doesn't represent League of Legends. They're all products of Riot, but they're completely different teams. So even though I had quite a bit of constructive criticism towards the Wild Rift team in North America, but my love for Riot has never diminished. I still think Riot is one of the best game producers in the market, and I think they produce some of the highest quality games, especially on the PC market. Now, I want to first address the text of the tweet alone. She used the word hate. Basically, she said, I hate the game. Now, I personally do not know how many times I have to reiterate the fact that I've said that Wild Rift is one of the highest production mobile MOBA ever, just like Vainglory. They're both very beautifully done, beautifully produced games by incredible designers and engineers behind the scene. And in every single video that I had regarding League of Legends Wild Rift, I have stated my criticism with a lot of backing and reasoning, I think pretty clearly and thoroughly. And a lot of other content creators have came out and talked about their experiences so far working in the content creation space for League of Legends Wild Rift, especially in the West. So the fact that she used the word hate, well, if that's the word she's gonna rock with, I just wanna say there's no hate towards the game. There's not even quote unquote hate towards some of the staff members I criticized. So I responded, you know the game is doing well when dev member focus more on dissing content creators for admiring copyright-free production, with aka Riot Music, and spreading hate instead of focusing on actually helping content creators. Pog. Seriously, right? If Juno had the energy to watch our tournament and go on Twitter and roast me about it, I mean, she could have used that energy, the 5 minutes that she had, or maybe 2 minutes she had, to just send me a tweet or send me a Discord message to possibly work with some content creators on certain events. But hey, what do I know? I mean, I'm just a crybaby who wants attention, right? And you know what's most interesting about this? Since the developer never reached out to me personally or directly, she just went on Twitter, which is a platform that heavily favored towards her because she has a title behind her name that says she's an event product manager for League of Legends Wild Rift. And obviously, the entire community gonna be favored towards her. I mean, if you have real suggestions or if you wanna have real discussions, Juno, I'm available 24/7 on my Discord, on my social media links. Please reach out to me anytime you want. In fact, I wanted you guys to reach out to me before I left Wild Rift. So instead of directly messaging me or come to my Discord server where a lot of people who actually enjoy the tournament and talk about this issue, she went on Twitter. Now, obviously, for me, that's just unfair. I mean, if you want to have a diss war, at least go to a platform where there's a neutral amount of audience on both sides. I mean, if you go on a platform where everybody's cheering for one side, I actually feel like the underdog, which I enjoy being an underdog. So I encourage some of my community members in my Discord server to go to Twitter and issue their opinion by doing a Discord Nitro giveaway. Only a few people participated though. And this also got quite a bit of attention on Twitter, which was quite bizarre to me because going on one platform that is heavily echo chambered towards her opinion, just come here and roast somebody, I mean, it doesn't really achieve anything. If you want to achieve something, you want to reach out to the opposition. You want to reach out to the community who doesn't really favor your side of the opinion. And not to mention, most of these people who screenshotted this and shared this on Twitter forgot to use the full context. In the Discord server, I also mentioned, remember to not throw in any extra hate. Our goal is just fun comments and logical comment. Now, after explaining the background, despite how unprofessional I think it is for a game developer to come out and tweet like this, to cyberbully, leverage the position of power to actually bully one content creator who sweat and shed tears, shed blood for the game, despite the words or some clickbait video titles or thumbnails. I mean, name one other person who risked COVID to go to Korea to play Wild Rift. Just name one. Well, I guess action doesn't matter in 2021. Let's all virtual signal. Let's all go to the war of mouth, right? Who speaks better, who actually say better stuff towards the game, it's gonna be the winner. Now, coming back, despite how unprofessional I think it is for a developer to come out and do this, I don't really have any problem with it, since she's just issuing her opinion. I mean, same as me. My response was just my opinion, and it wasn't supposed to be a big deal at all, right? The only thing I gotta say about what Riot Event Product Lead did here is I'm very disappointed, but not surprised. Imagine treating all the effort to help the game as hate, just because some seductive titles or thumbnail. If you watch any of my video, I have issued my concern with the game loudly and clearly, but not did I say once that I hated the production itself. And I want to reiterate for the 10,000th time that I think any of the Riot's productions so far that I watch are just top notch, and I even go as far as calling Riot the music company who gets into gaming. I have also told my viewers on livestream many times that if I'm not doing content full-time and still work as a civil engineer and just design bridges for a full-time job, then I would have probably be addicted to Wild Rift at this point. But hey, things change with time. I'm a content creator and I get to know and learn a lot about this industry. So excuse me for issuing opinions now from an insider perspective instead of just a gamer. The reason I said I'm also not surprised, because it's easy to try to score points this way with a community who, thanks to the misled information, openly do not like any truth talk or real experience sharing. If anyone who dares to criticize the game publicly, you are instantly public enemy number one. No matter the evidence or the facts that I have experienced and have laid out for the audience. Oh, and guess what? My video title and thumbnail can be a hook to get people into the video sometimes. And trust me, I have not even touched the tip of the iceberg compared to a lot of other YouTubers who actually clickbait a lot harder than me. But the content has always just been based on my real experience and a reaction to some simple facts. I guess people just can't take it sometimes. So I just want to say, I have no hate toward Juno Blees for whatever she said here, to be honest. I just think it's very unprofessional. But again, it's just her opinion, and she's entitled to her opinion, same as me. I'm entitled to my opinion, to my response as well. The best part about this whole unnecessary drama is the community response, right? To show you how echo chamber is Twitter for League of Legends Wild Rift. That's why a lot of problem doesn't really get solved. So let's read out some best comments. First, from Hazem Marie on Twitter. I'm sorry, Dave, but you were the one who is spreading hate, not them. After you released the video talking about Moontown contracting as you're full of false information and bias, fuck. Wild Rift community sees you in a different way right now, and it's not a good way. Hazem, I just have one thing to say. Go to my video and actually make a list for me about all the quote-unquote false information I listed and biased AF information I listed. Please do that, and do that publicly, and tell people what kind of false information I've provided for my community. And the next tweet has to be the best. Daxler says, Philippines protect our queen. I mean, I know symptoms can be really dangerous, but to simp this much? I mean, this is why I don't touch Twitter that much. Another tweet from I'm Not Dan says, instead of saying thanks to their music after laying that Wild Rift is dying, you will use the dying game song. First of all, I use the League of Legends World's theme song, which I also credited in the description section. Second of all, I have never said Wild Rift is dying. My speculation on why the game could possibly fail, or my title, Why Wild Rift is Doomed to Fail, all have very legit pointers of possible challenges that Wild Rift is gonna face or is already facing growing the game. And all of those pointers came from actual real life experiences from me, from over 4 years of experiences of watching different games grow, watching different games fail, and growing with some games, also failing with some games. And obviously not everyone on Twitter is part of the mob, right? Tenko, for example, it is not fair to approach towards the content creators like this. Dave has done so much for the Wild Rift community in the past, especially the NA region. He even went to Korea during quarantine just so that he could play and stream. And then you have this epic response from Jack Newton says, done so much? Don't be stupid. Was he the one who made a video on why Wild Rift was destined to fail, even though the game didn't even come out? Just to show you how shallow a lot of the Twitter comments are, how shallow a lot of Twitter mobs are, and you're gonna get swamped by this kind of mob comments. And I implore a lot of Wild Rift developers to do not get so blinded by all these mobs who just look at things at the most superficial level. Like, they have no idea what happened, have no idea what's going on. They commented like a herd of sheep, just simply following what other people are saying. Just zombies just typing stuff because they're hiding behind a keyboard. Those are the people who never had a real profile picture because they're too scared to show who they are and who they represent. They can't. They don't have any philosophy, true philosophy that they believe in. And there are a lot of comments I don't want to bring out, but there's one that's really homophobic that I think should be exposed. For example, JC, you must be a real gay since you have no respect for women. Is that what your mom taught you, to disrespect women? Do you even respect your mother? Again, I mean, I think JC just simping, but I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure. I mean, I just recommend you stay away from this type of people because they can't really think straight outside of simping. Everything they say is all related to simp, despite how homophobic this comment can be. I mean, the entire section are packed with this type of comments. Basically, civilized discussion or response to a similar opinion is disrespecting women. My mom must be really sad right now at home. Anyways, I do want to end with this. I have never claimed that I'm always right. As a content creator who just humbly share his opinion and stuff, I'm always learning and progressing. But I'm very confident with my words because I know it came from a place of good intention. And it was always backed by my real experience because that's what I do as a content creator. I share my experience with my community. And yes, I can use better words or phrases. And I'm sure of that. But my English is very limited. You know, English wasn't my first language. And if you have constructive criticism regarding how I phrase myself or how I word myself, how I approach things, please feel free to contact me directly on Discord or leave a comment down below. Help me learn and help me grow so I don't melt snowflakes too fast. With that, guys, that will be all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn that bell on for the YouTube algorithm. Love you guys. AssassinDave signing off. See you guys next time for our hero guide. Bye now.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you. Just the thrill